Mute. Silence is golden when I choose not to be. My mouth is squeezed shut so tightly that the tops of my lips try and fit between my top and bottom teeth. It is I that walks in circles around the apartment doing 1,000,000 things for nothing, compliments withstanding. I feel cunning in my stealth mode of existence. With my mouth shut I am invisible and I contemplate taking a trip to the bank. I could take all of the money from underneath Peter's nose. Peter would not applaud and I could blame him for everything. I don't even murmur. Staring into some form of meditation, I float about the room and lose all I have never had. Tears weep through my damning eyelids, only to roll down my cheek and off onto the now sinking floor. A slight pulse pumps through my ear, reminding me of all that I am, and that isn't much. At least it is regular and reliable, like Rebecca. Rebecca lifting me higher, Rebecca will be there when I fall. When the foundations of all we have worked for is buckled, what will be revealed? Our souls will confront each other in a battle fit for gods. Our addictions and dependencies will be tolerated and everyone will lose. Foresighted and premeditated for no other reason than its chance of actuality. Equated. Enough bread and milk to feed me for now. Drinking from yesterday's glass, it has grown foggy over its years of reliance. I thank forward and raise fresh bread in place of toast in celebration of my silence. I act out cheers to no person at all and sip from my immaculate goblet. I love parties. Years ago I would have been younger and my behaviour more erratic and unpredictable. My drinking always affected others. Milk is harmless. It's a liquid meal for as many you are sitting, and I am sure that they would all be delighted. Would you like some fresh bread with that you could offer? Would you like me to stir your milk for you, sir? Or, oh madam, you're sitting on bare floorboards, my dear. Persuasion for the strongest of holds presents itself as Rebecca. An ocean of her strongest desires washes over me, and for a moment I believe that this will be my watery grave. It is not so. I am swept away to further places where others gather to worship her. It is here that I realize my one true fear, the loss of Rebecca to another. As I look at all of which she commands, I see nothing emulating any kind of love. I can see forward with my own blind love. In the distant side of blind love, I find solace in some other person's memory as they remember the good things about me. How I looked that particular summer, or even the clothes that I refused to change. Yes, I am to blame for all that I have created, but these soldiers that surround me protect nothing nor fertile. Their lifeless attentions are directed strictly towards the beholder. They also are mute, and we can hear her breathing. I run ahead of the others so I may be her first and only option. This all happens very quickly, and I thank my fortune that I can see in slow motion. Every other person stands bewildered, unable to comprehend the predicament that they are in. 10 p.m. I leap at her, never thinking but always expecting the worst reaction in the finest scenario. My might has brought me this far, now only my will can carry the weight of such personal triumphs. Sleeping Beauty waits for only one thing, not one person. The opinions I project jeopardize my character, for I could be, and most likely am, any person, maybe even Rebecca. We share everything now. We are once at one at birth. Conception is so very beautiful. Our eyes look on at our own. I stay totally aware of our composure and become mesmerized by our composition. Never alone, ever again. I am the only soul left standing, certainly individual. Our originality makes us the perfect sore thumb for metaphor. So many things unsaid replaced with missing pieces of my mouth. Decomposition. Our deterioration. My attraction to the dwindling fragments of my life that I can actually touch and believe real. I am carrying some form of guilt, or has the atmosphere gotten heavier? Gravity increases dramatically all over the world. People are left stuck to the ground everywhere. Walking becomes a drag. Far be it from me to stay elsewhere, and thankfully I have stuck to my bed. During this whole experience, straining springs stretch and scream under the pressure. Headaches come and go. Breathing takes more effort as you fight each breath upward at this strengthening weight. The elderly are the first to pass with their brittle bones. Sadly, infant death increases dramatically. The young adults, fit and strong-boned, are now truly the elite. Enormous cash injections are focused on solving the problems of childbirth and the usually immediate death of the baby. As the decades pass, no solution really presents itself useful or viable. Even the idea of sending people to the gravity-free environments of space to produce children becomes an impossibility. Because of the ever-increasing gravity on Earth, even the strongest of all rocket engines cannot make it more than 2,000 meters off of the ground. 2:30 a.m. Each person lives with their own personal agonies. They live with the fear that at any moment their entire skeletal arrangement may fail and cripple under the new pressure of our surroundings. Entire forests are flattened. Unfortunately, under these extraordinary circumstances, the ending of this fascinating story was unable to be documented.